Well, the museum has two parts, the Regional History and Archaeological Museum and then the Art Gallery. And they work together in that they showcase the region from two different points of view. So for the museum itself, we have about 4,000 square feet of themed exhibits that deal with our artifacts from this area. So there's a regional history, riverboat era, Civil War, and how it kind of played in this idea of crossroads, that people really just kind of passed through this area rather than tried to really make the stand here. The bigger parts of the history are in St. Louis and Memphis, and this is just kind of an area that people just kind of cross back and forth. Well, we have a variety of collections. The ones that are most prominent are the Beckwith Archaeological Collection, the Duckworth Mineral and Fossil Exhibition, and the Golden Eagle River Museum. The pottery from the Beckwith collection is by far the one that gets the most attention. People come in and look at it regularly. They compare their own collections against it, so it's like a textbook example of prehistoric pottery. The other central focal point for our museum is the riverboat collection from the Golden Eagle River Museum, and the biggest piece of that is the big pilot's wheel that's sitting behind me. We have different themes for different time periods, and so there's the Paleo-Indian, the Archaic, the Woodland, and the Mississippian, and we don't know what they called themselves, but these are the names that we've kind of given them based off the tools that they used at different times. So we have those on display, and they're interpreted, one by the murals that are associated with them, but it's also about the artifacts kind of in relationship to each other. Well, this site is a part that's always growing. People always bring us their collections or their objects to be identified. Sometimes they're fascinated by it and they go home. Sometimes they're like, well, I don't really have a place to put this. Why don't we let it stay here for a while and see how it goes? And so our artifacts really are a reflection of the collectors and the passions of the people of this area. Well, when you come into the museum, you come in through the history gallery because it's the most obvious door, but it actually makes a big loop around. So you go through the history exhibit, and then there's a short corridor that leads into the art exhibit and back around. We have a permanent collection of artwork that's been donated from a variety of collectors from New York and around the world. We do regional history exhibitions, so there's the high school exhibit that's annual. There's a student show that's annual, faculty that's annual, that we show their work. But we also rent shows and look for particular artists and see if they'll send us artwork for display. I love the past. I love the objects from the past. I love things. That's what the core of archaeology is. It's all about things, and the museum has lots of things. So for me, I like to take those things because those things tell stories. They're not just objects meant for a museum. They're things that have a living history. The pottery was made to be used. The boat material, all the different wheels and parts, those were all things were made to be used. So it's really a testament to the things and the stories of people as they've moved on.
Spark your spirit of discovery and experience more unique Missouri people and places on the Missouri Life channel. Like and subscribe to keep up with the latest content.